And yeah, self-accountability is the perfect way you just put it. Look at Canadian self-accountability. Canadians should have got Trudeau out after COVID. They should have marched.
It shouldn't even be something Trump can say.
Yeah.
Like, how is he even able to say, we're going to take you over?
And all the Canadians who are talking like tough guys now, oh, we're Canada, we're never will be the 51st state. They locked you in your fucking house, bro, and you sat there like a bitch and forced you to get vaccinated, and they took all your businesses away, and you didn't even fucking leave your house and resist your own government. You're complaining about America. You're complaining that America is going to put tariffs on Canadian goods. You know who taxes Canadians the most? Canada. Your own fucking government rapes you for every penny. So and you sit there and pay Trudeau half your paycheck and then talk like a tough guy on YouTube.
There's a lot of smart Canadians. Like, a lot of people are pretty. I have good hopes for Canada. I think there's a lot of smart people there. Okay. I'm hoping for a big comeback, like kind of like the US.
It's operating very similarly to Europe. You have a feminine leader who's basically a girl. You have unchecked immigration. You have insane taxes. You have no growth. And America's operating like a winner. And Europe and Canada is currently operating like losers. And Trudeau keeps pulling money out of his ass for Ukraine while his country falls apart because he's a dipshit. But the thing is about life, let's take this away from politics and let's apply this to life. We can apply this to girls. We can apply this to politics. We can apply this to friendships. You can apply this to business. You can apply this to anything. People are going to take and get away with whatever they can. This is how the world works, right? People are going to steal from you as much as you let them steal. People are going to abuse you as much as you let them abuse you. Mm-hmm. So there has to be a point where you stand up as a man and say, no, enough is enough. This is how things work. If you are a giver, and all of us are givers to some degree, takers are going to take until they can't take anymore. That's how the world works. So if you're going to allow Trudeau to run your government and run your country into the ground and sit there and do fuck all about it, then that's what's going to happen. There has to be a bottom line where eventually people stop complying or stop obeying. If people are going to continue to allow it to happen, it's just going to continue forever.
Yeah, we got to get that guy out.
Well, but then you have to ask yourself the question. This is what's really interesting. You have to ask yourself the question about people get exactly what they deserve in this life, and the strong conquer the weak because the weak are just too meek to protect and save themselves. Like, if Canada falls, along with Europe, which is going to fall, part of me is going to be heartbroken. But then part of me is going to be like, well, you had a chance and you just sat there and let it collapse. Like, what do you want to do? Your ship is sinking. There's a hole in your ship. It's getting bigger. Mm-hmm. Are you going to do anything about it? Oh, maybe the next election, or I made a tweet last week, so I'm just going to leave it. Oh, cool. You're fucked then. You're fucked. I really like to think that Americans wouldn't have accepted this election being rigged, which is why they didn't rig it. Because they knew. They're like, we can't get away with it again. The Americans are not going to have it. Americans are built different. Freedom, 1776.
I guess Americans have guns too, right?
Well, it's built different. It's not about even shooting people. It's about just showing up and showing the power structures that you understand what's going on and you're not going to comply any longer. When I look at Trudeau in charge of Canada and I watch Canadians do fucking nothing, part of me is like, well, you deserve it then.
During COVID, there was a lot